It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show, presented by Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the San Antonio Spurs. Not a lot to complain about for this San Antonio group right now. They've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And a look at LaMarcus Aldridge in this one. Known for his offense, but he's made some strides on defense in the past year.
Yeah, he always had that great length and that turnaround jump shot. Oh, that is it. That turnaround jump shot is probably a throwback, Ernie. Because how many guys right now, Shaq, actually play with their back to the basket?
Not a lot. And, you know, his teammates love his defensive impact. He's a 20-10 guy every night, which is rare to find in the post these days. But you're right, that turnaround, all you hear is yak 'em.
Yak 'em. You know what yak 'em is? The sound of the net. The sound of the net.
I know. I thought you were going to give me something that I didn't know. I mean, you've been doing that forever. Just yak 'em.
No, he was going to go on kapow sometimes.
But I heard a new sound.
Splack 'em.
No, I heard a new sound.
What?
When Steph Curry shoots.
What's it go?
Splaka-ka-ta-yow.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Splaka-ta-ta-yow.
You know why that is?
Why?
Because he makes it look
effortless.
We'll see you later.
We are in Toronto, Ontario, where the Raptors look to take one from a Western Conference team here at the Air Canada Centre. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And it's another road game for the Spurs. Very strong basketball is the recipe for them right now. 4 straight wins, looking for number 5.
And to say these guys are hot right now would be putting it mildly. They've come into this game playing arguably the best basketball of anybody in the league.
Yeah, the system and their execution, everything for them has been in sync.
Now let's get a pregame report from Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who spoke with Greg Popovich. David.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a great dribble penetrator, but three-pointers are not his focus. He said, I feel like I can get to the basket at will, so it feels like settling. Instead, I could have gotten fouled, got free throws, or an easier shot. I'm not discrediting the three-pointer at all. I know I can shoot it. I just don't. Kevin?
And three-pointers certainly on the rise. We'll see if he sticks to his guns. DA, thank you. And with the playoffs on the horizon, it's a completely different type of game.
Well, the difference, Kevin, really is the fact that you're able to dig so much deeper into what a team does and how effective they are, and then be able to take those things away. That is the test during the playoffs that everybody's up against. Is your next best good enough against our next best?
And even just small moves can make such a difference.
Little tiny adjustments and wrinkles in some of the things that you do can really throw off a team with the way that they're preparing for you and what you're about to bring in terms of the storm the playoffs are. And LaMarcus at 6'11" is capable of playing both the power forward spot and, as the league moves forward, the center position. He favors playing the 4, but that versatility was huge in the Spurs signing him and keeping him around, something every team would value.
And the first one drops. And when you talk about Aldridge at the 4 or at the 5, Brent, which position do you think he's best in?
Well, Kevin, seeing the league going smaller and smaller, he's more skilled, I think, than most centers at that 5 spot. He's got great foot speed, lateral movement's good, and he can stay in front of the smaller players, and that enables him to stay big against small ball lineups.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Not your typical big man free throws there. He's lights out.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for San Antonio, Leonard and Aldridge, the two stars at the 3 and the 4. Murray out there with Green, and it's Lee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Murray with it. Now the dish to Lee. Outside, Green. Pass to Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. Cans the shot from the wings. Toronto with the ball. 4-point game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
If that was a game where you just sensed that they would get it going and somehow be able to come out with the victory, but just not in the cards on that night.
No, in the end, not even close to being in the cards. Maybe there was some hope for them early on, but by the fourth quarter, people filed out.
And here is Murray, following the three-pointer by DeMar DeRozan. To the middle, here's Leonard. DeRozan with the rebound.
Well, he has more than enough strength to fight through the D and convert that one. I'm surprised he came up short there.
Carroll passes to DeRozan, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. That's tipped.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Outside, Green. There's the feed to Aldridge. Passes it to Lee. Changes up. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And such a good feel for the game. Kawhi knows exactly what this offense is trying to accomplish and acts as a willing facilitator.
Now here is Lowry. He had 15 points last outing. Outside DeRozan. 5 to shoot. No good. That would have tied it. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And Kevin, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
Absolutely no drop-off offensively with the second unit on the floor. Their bench was a huge catalyst for them to get that win.
Now Murray. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And here is Murray. Up top, Leonard. DeRozan defending. Pulls from the top of the key. Another miss by Leonard. Raptors trail by 3. Inside, Valanciunas. And he banks in the layup. Valanciunas has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Hey, paid attention in arts and crafts school right there. Didn't have to work very hard at all for that one.
Now here's Leonard. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Valanciunas. 10th in field goal percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Well, of course, 2 Canadian teams were born to the NBA in '95, but back in 2001, the Vancouver Grizzlies became the Memphis Grizzlies, leaving the Toronto Raptors as the sole Canadian survivor.
Leonard kicks to Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, if you're going to just hand him this shot, you might as well put a bow on it. Green loves the catch and shoot.
To the middle. Here's Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Murray dishes to Green. Outside Aldridge. He feeds it to Leonard. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
Now here's Carroll. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix. Screened by Valanciunas. Baseline J on the way. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
And it's Leonard again missing.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch.
DeRozan passes to Valanciunas, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
Toronto with the ball, trailing by 2. The shot by Lowry, no good.
You can't fault him for taking the open look, guys. Just didn't go in for him, but you know, he'll look to shoot that one again.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Fires at the elbow. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2. And certainly LaMarcus Aldridge has the capability to be a go-to scorer, but Brett, he takes a lot of mid-range contested jump shots. Those aren't historically really Spurs types of shots.
Well, it's been interesting, Kevin, because LaMarcus Aldridge is so good at the mid-range that it's made Popovich rethink some of his offensive calibration, and they've searched him out in the spots where he's best. I think his comfort level continues to rise inside of this offense, and he'll get more and more efficient.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
Second player taken in the 2006 NBA draft, Aldridge has been an all-star multiple times and one of the game's most prolific scorers over the past decade.
Now here is Lowry. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, this is what he does. He is a threat to generate points every time down the floor.
Aldridge against Carroll. Murray kicks to Aldridge. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's DeRozan. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot.
Good.
One free throw coming his way.
No clue how he got that one to fall. And DeMar DeRozan, kind of a throwback, you know, for this day and age when we talk so much about the three-point shot, because he's not a guy that's going to bomb you to death from deep. He's a high flyer who's going to attack the rim and get to the free throw line. And to me, that's extremely important, because the more attempts at the line you get, the more opportunities you have to set your defense. And so he beats people with that polished mid-range game and shoots an incredible number at that line. And those are reasons why this guy continues to improve and become one of the best at that off-guard position.
And looking at how DeRozan gets his points last season, Greg, he made great strides in becoming a more efficient shooter.
Yeah, and for a guy who didn't take a lot of threes, the field goal accuracy wasn't all that great for a number of seasons. But last year, DeRozan was more patient, took better shots. He also became more of a conscientious playmaker, which his teammates, no doubt, appreciated.
While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. The Spurs second.
They've been playing great lockdown defense over the past month. They close out on shooters extremely well and do not allow easy looks.
Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. He dishes it to Powell. It's good from long range. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Murray. Here's Aldridge. Rebound by the Raptors. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
I don't think any measure of D could have made up for their shortcomings on the offensive end. They couldn't find a way to maintain any kind of success on that end of the floor.
Here's Lowry. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. The shot by Powell, no good. Now Murray. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. To the inside. Knocked loose from 11 feet away. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for DeMarre Carroll. Ross is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Well, one of the biggest names in free agency GA this past offseason was DeMar DeRozan. Many in Toronto feared he would leave the team, but he re-upped with the Raptors on a huge deal.
Yeah, and DeRozan spoke about loyalty to the franchise when he announced he wanted to return to Toronto. It's the only team he's ever played for his entire career, and easy to be loyal when you are getting almost $30 million a year. So it's a great contract for DeRozan.
Stolen by Anderson. Now here's Mills. Defense right on him. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Anderson kicks to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Mills, that's a two-pointer. The Spurs rebound. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. On defense, the Raptors. And Mills kicks to Simmons. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Sullinger. Right side, DeRozan. Got it. Good job in the low post. DeRozan's got 14 points.
I mean, this quarter belongs to him. They got to feed him.
The pass to Dedmon. He kicks it to Ginobili. Feeds it to Mills. For the three. That shot, no good. And Toronto will come the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Joseph. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. They set the pick, and Simmons kicks to Mills. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, he's a serious catch-and-shoot threat really every time down the floor. Mills has to be accounted for by the defense.
Joseph dishes to Ross. Down low. Anderson with the block. They recover it. Sullinger. Here's Patterson. Tries yet again. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for San Antonio.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
Coach Pop often talks about the value of corporate knowledge, the procedures and shared philosophies that guide his basketball teams year after year. They're actually compiling a database called the Spurs Way to make sure that knowledge is passed down over time.
And the second free throw, good. And you think of the incredible success, Brent, the Spurs have enjoyed, you know it firsthand. You'd love to look at that written record for the Spurs and see that recipe.
Well, as much as there's X's and O's that go on in between the lines for the San Antonio Spurs, it's just very hard to duplicate or emulate what it is that the Spurs have been able to find in terms of the character of their team. That's what many franchises right now, Kevin, I don't think have a great handle on.
Now Anderson, following Patrick Patterson's three-point attempt, takes a three. Mills can't hit.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Patterson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Sullinger a screen on Ginobili. DeRozan's shot is good.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Simmons. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. Dishes it to Mills. Puts up a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Mills has got 6.
For all the strides he's made in other parts of his game, Mills remains at his heart a dead-eye three-point shooter.
And Joseph kicks to Patterson. Here's Joseph. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. 3 on the clock. Now the dish to Ross. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. San Antonio trailing here. It's Ginobili on the wing. DeRozan defending. 23 seconds left in the first. Mills passes to Simmons. Lets it go from deep. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. .11 seconds left in the first quarter. Lets it go from 11. DeRozan's shot is off.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Raptors lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach.
Attack and find the open teammate, not try to solve problems by ourselves. It's something that we've never done, and every time we did it, it's not us.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation, and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through this Spurs organization.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
Yeah, I thought the defenders were supposed to be the bullies. Their offense is doing that job, physically imposing their will. No one stepped up to stop them.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Manu is at the 2 with Leonard playing the 3. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in at the point. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his first foul. Raptors with the lead. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, after suffering a hip injury at Texas, LaMarcus Aldridge spent 2 months shooting from a chair, and his form improved dramatically. Now his go-to move is his fadeaway, high-release jumper. It's an unstoppable shot, and Aldridge is so confident in it, he says, once the shot's up, I'm getting back on D. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. He's got a great touch. Now Lowry following Patrick Patterson's three-point attempt. And that one, good. Lowry's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Raptors. Mills with it. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Leonard. And the athleticism of this game will always take your breath away. I've always said that, one of the best things about it, but the mental aspect, that is something always to keep track of.
Well, I just love the fact that guys can come consistently with that kind of approach, Kevin. If you're not as talented as the guy across from you, what's your advantage? You have to use your intellect. You have to find ways around those skill sets. You have to be a position player. You have to be in the right place at the right time. And trust me, there are many coaches around the league who seek out those kind of guys to fill out their rosters because they know consistently what they're going to get.
Now, here's Lowry. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Joseph dishes to Lowry. Inside, here's Carroll. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Perfect positioning, and you know he will knock that look down more times than not. Just didn't connect there.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. Lets the three fly, and it's Kyle Lowry with the three. Lowry's got the lead up to 4 now for Toronto.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Dedmon kicks to Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Ross. Back to Joseph. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 5. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mills. The teardrop falls in. Mills has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And there's that quickness. Mills trying to do a better job of attacking inside these days.
Ross kicks to Patterson. And here is Joseph. Patterson, the screen. Off the screen. But they'll get another chance. Carroll against Aldridge. The shot by Carroll no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patterson. And it's Powell in for Joseph. San Antonio also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Ginobili. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills.
Well, if Parker is the slower point guard at this point, Patty Mills comes in and definitely changes the pace for the Spurs. Out of Australia, a shoot-first guard who can hit off the bounce and off the catch. And so that three-point shooting ability puts pressure on teams. He's also a pest defensively, likes to get up and in the guys.
Now, here's Lowry. He's covered by Murray. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Ross kicks to Valanciunas. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The feed now to Murray. Aldridge a screen. Murray kicks to Leonard. Shoots from the corner. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Valanciunas has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Yeah, he can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
Outside Lowry. Back to Ross from past the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 6th assist on the night. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Murray. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And last year, Kyle Lowry took another huge leap in his development. And yeah, the points, the steals, and the rebounds were fantastic, but I thought the bigger part was the fact that the discipline he showed in the offseason to drop to 25 pounds. You know, you factor that in with his shot selection, and that discipline is one reason why he was an all-star and rapidly becoming one of the very elite guards we have in our league.
And the first one at the line is good. And talking about the progression of Lowry's game, some feel his improved attitude has had a lot to do with that.
You hit it. He was hard-headed when he came into the league. Didn't always get along with his coaches. Now, though, his maturity, his real confidence, those are areas of growth that have allowed him to just settle in and play his game.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. Here's Lowry. He's got 5. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry passes to Carroll. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Lee dishes to Leonard. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, part of this is on the defense. You let Aldridge get into any kind of rhythm scoring the basketball, and you deserve this kind of punishment.
Now, here's Lowry. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Murray kicks to Leonard, and he comes up with the deuce.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
Well, if he was wearing a badge, it'd be one of courage. He rose up and actually took that shot.
And the Raptors making a change here. Sullinger's checked in for San Antonio. They have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And Leonard no good on that one. And following in the footsteps of Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard fits the Spurs mold of what a superstar player should be. Team first, defensive minded, a stoic demeanor.
Well, he's not worried about the number of touches either, Kevin. It's when called upon, just be ready. Seemingly avoids the limelight, just like Timmy, and he's all about getting better, being the best player he can possibly be, and then winning big.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. The Spurs also changing it up. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Jonathan Simmons subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. And you look at the value of outside shooting, Brent, in today's game, never greater, but do you think the players themselves are getting better, more skilled at long-range shooting?
I do think that you're seeing some improvement. What's interesting is how many coaches are asking their big men to step outside and how much it's changed some of their games. One of the players I look at in his first few years was Al Horford, who shot very few three-pointers, gotten close to attempting about 100 plus every year for the last 3 years. So guys are getting better. They're being asked to do more, and if they're diligent with their practice, they absolutely can see that kind of improvement.
Like an Anthony Davis picking one thing in the offseason to work on, but it makes him that much more versatile a player with New Orleans.
And then all of a sudden you open up Pandora's box with what it is a coach can do when your player can go out and show that kind of skill. It becomes an unlimited playset.
Absolutely. Good point. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Anderson passes to Lee. The Spurs working the ball around now. A three from Simmons. Toronto grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got his fourth rebound in this one. Screen by Valanciunas. And Sullinger kicks to Valanciunas. Now here's Powell. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 4 on the clock. Here's Sullinger. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And now let's take a look at a very well-rounded group of players. Shooting guards who could rebound with the big boys. Fifth best, DeMar DeRozan.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. I mean, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still something that helps your team get wins.
Well, the effort plays are very important. That's what these guys do. Like you said, the rebounds they provide from the off-guard spot can sometimes make the difference between winning or going home with your tail between your legs.
Count it. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
That's how you draw it up. Each guy doing his part. Beautiful pass break.
Now here is Lowry. He has 5. Valanciunas with a screen on Green. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Spurs leading by 3. Passes to Simmons. He feeds it to Lee. Now Murray. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Well, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
Now Green following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. And it's good. 2 points.
Sensing he had the defender just a bit off balance there. Green pulls the string on the drive, knocks it down.
Sullinger, a screen on Anderson. Looking to end the drought. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Raptors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
One shot.
That free throw good from Sullinger.
Well, with defenses so predicated on taking away threes and layups, the Spurs zigged while everyone else zagged. Got a bunch of mid-range shooters last season. It's a fail-safe strategy. They want three-pointers and layups, but if they can't get them, they've got the guys to knock down the in-between.
He gets it in there. Murray's got his first bucket of the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Sullinger the screen. Powell dishes to Lowry. Takes the 3. Simmons pulls it in. And talking about the Spurs' good mid-range shooters, for them, Brent, an open shot from that distance is a good look.
Well, I think Greg Popovich did a great job, Kevin, of assembling a roster of mid-range shooters who can be quite deadly there. So the offense is set up to find those shots with good ball movement and good player movement. It's not settling for the mid-range. That's what they're looking to get.
And so here's Toronto following the bucket by the Spurs. Here's DeRozan. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Now here's Murray. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Brent, the importance of the three-pointer growing and growing. Some worry it's becoming too prominent. What do you think?
I'm enjoying the game. I'm getting a little jealous.
I think everybody is, though.
Yeah, I'm getting a little jealous that I didn't play in this era. But interesting the way that coaches are seeking out the three-point line and in turn trying to create more space for the guys that can do more than just shoot threes, Kevin. So having versatility between 1 and 4, a great screen setter that can roll and command some attention of the defense to suck in the defense. We always talk about the accordion of the defense, bringing them in, pulling them out, and taking advantage. I like the three-point shot. It's here to stay. Just don't mention 4. Don't mention the 4-point shot.
But some are.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 22-point game against Phoenix.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Raptors trail by 7. Powell with it, out guarded by Murray. Powell kicks to Valanciunas. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Steps back and fires. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. Patterson comes in for Valanciunas, and it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Murray. San Antonio leading by 7. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Lee outside. Back to Ginobili. Lots of room. And it's good for 2. And the Spurs lead by 9.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And DeRozan kicks to Sullinger. He dishes it to DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
Good on the bucket.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And they double up DeRozan. It's tipped. Mills with the steal. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Now, Mills showing some tremendous shot mechanics there. When he gets it going, he can light you up.
Here's Joseph. Patterson, the screen. They need this. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. It's on David Lee.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
The Raptors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Spurs out in front, up 11. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the key to having such a strong first half?
We played good D.
That was 4 words. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. We saw LaMarcus Aldridge lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie, they were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots, did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
There's got to be some consideration that double teams will be sent his way. Of course, that's going to leave someone else wide open.
We've got DeRozan. Powell is out there with Lowry. Then it's DeMar Carroll. And it's Patterson in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Leonard dishes to Murray. Back to Leonard. Fires from 18. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 13.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Greg Popovich has set the standard with more than 1,500 career victories. Last season, he set the record with his 18th 50-win season, passing Pat Riley and Phil Jackson. Pop told us that I've been here a long time and I've had good players. That's the formula. Getting the players is difficult, but I've been fortunate to have good ones. Guys, he's no glory hound. He knows what makes success.
No, but he can take a lot of the credit regardless. D.A., thanks. Aldridge. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
1 shot.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The Spurs have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patterson. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Lowry with the ball. 5 points in the game. Pass to DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And one thing about Kyle Lowry, he's an absolute pit bull out there, and he's been that way since he was a 5-star recruit out of high school in Philadelphia.
Yeah, less about the sizzle, more about the steak. Physical, relentless, wears you down on both ends of the court, and for the last 2 seasons, a starter in the All-Star game. His toughness and leadership, championship qualities.
Now, here's DeRozan. 20 points for him, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
There's that length and anticipation. Hard to get the ball over Aldridge in that scenario.
Puts it up from 12. And Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got 5.
Really led his teammate there. Never once did he have to break his stride or momentum.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Murray. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Raptors trail by 12. Outside Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Valanciunas passes to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Here's DeRozan. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, and he likes the mid-range, Jay. You have to get right up on him if you want to stop it.
And here is Murray. Up top, Leonard. Shot from 12. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. He's got 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Toronto calls timeout.
Start it.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Toronto. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for David Lee. Outside Lowry. Now the pass to DeRozan. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Right side, Leonard. Back to Aldridge. Now here's Murray. Outside, Green. A three-pointer is right on target. Green's got 8 points.
When you're trying to space the floor, Green's the guy you want out there. The defense is forced to respect him from range.
Screen by Valanciunas. Connects from three-point range. 8 points for Kyle Lowry.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Well, we have mad bombers on both of these teams, each one bringing it from the depths.
Here's Dedmon. He has 7. Here's Leonard. Second shot opportunity. It's blocked. Fast break Toronto. DeRozan leading the charge. Leonard against Ross. Feeds it to Valanciunas. Carroll with a screen for Ross. Clock at 6. To the inside. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Carroll.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Now here's Green. He's got 8. Here's Murray. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Now Lowry. He's got 8. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by Lowry.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
And good defenders know it's about angles, got great position, and really bothered the release point.
No good from Ross. Spurs leading by 7. Murray kicks to Green. There's the pick. Dishes it to Murray. Pass to Dedmon. Green kicks to Leonard. High arcing shot, and the basket is good. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Raptors have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. DeRozan in the corner. To the paint, and stolen by Murray. It's stolen by Carroll. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Toronto. Corey Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. San Antonio also making some changes. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green, and it's Mills in for Murray. And that one falls for Carroll. Here's Mills. 12 points for him. Head coach Greg Popovich named the new head coach for the U.S. national team for the next 4 years. Brent, I bet you like that selection.
No, I love that selection, especially with Pop's military background. And he's been an assistant for Team USA since 2002. So he's done a lot of great things in the pros, but I know Pop takes a great deal of pride, not only in his country, of course, but certainly in coaching that team.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Spurs have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And so he makes both from the line. Raptors trail by 8. And Joseph kicks to Ross. Here's DeRozan. He's got 25. Pulls up on the elbow. The shot by Carroll, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Ginobili with the ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. The three from Mills. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Mills has got 15 points.
Yeah, great job setting up the defender. Mills had him backing up and opens up that one off the screen.
Toronto calls timeout.
Well, coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was not a perimeter shooter, but he's developed into one of the league's finest. No longer a spot-up threat, though. He can create some offense on the block, able to handle the ball and bully smaller players with that massive frame at 230, just moving defenders around.
Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. And a glimpse here at the locations on the floor where they've been shooting the ball from.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
Now here's Ross. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Traps in the tray. Ross has got his second bucket tonight. And, Brent, you look at the growing offensive role for Kawhi Leonard. For as many touches as he gets, he hardly ever turns the ball over.
Well, have you seen his hands, Kevin? How would you get the ball away from those things? You just don't find players who can score in isolation, space the floor, and protect the ball as well as he does.
And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. There's the dish to Sullinger. There's the feed to Ross. Ginobili against DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Sullinger. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Show you the teams that have shot the lights out during the last month. Number 1, the Spurs.
Well, over the last month, they've started to hit a high percentage of shots, and I think it's due primarily to great shot selection.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
That free throw good from Sullinger. When you look at the growth of the game internationally, you have some that say the system of development is better abroad in Europe than other countries. What do you think?
Well, the club system, Kevin, over there, and having a player involved at the age of 12 years old all the way up to 20 years old, playing with your same countrymen, being pushed around by professionals, getting professional coaching, and the type of practice regimen that they have. Most of the time, 2-a-days practice for most of the season. That's going to get you in pretty good shape and teach you the fundamentals of the game.
And a lot of those fundamentals, a lot of those practices were established by former coaches from this country that would go over there and hold these summer camps.
That's right. A lot of them implemented what they learned from the coaches from the United States and then took them to the next level. And again, a lot of those coaches who traveled from the United States to Europe really were instrumental in what it is that has now become the European development of basketball.
Here's Joseph after the basket by San Antonio. Sullinger dishes to Patterson. Sullinger the screen. Joseph the pass to Sullinger. The rebound by the Spurs. At one point they led by 16.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now here's Mills. 15 points in the game. And Ginobili now top of the key for three. Ginobili can't get that one to fall. And here's DeRozan. Over to the wing. Patterson, the screen. Now here's Joseph. 5 to shoot. Right wing. Off the screen. Patterson can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 10. Ginobili kicks to Dedmon. Now Simmons still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That was a half-hearted pick, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him.
Deflects the pass. Mills with the steal. Here's Ginobili. And the shot no good, a bit short.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Good work defensively by Ginobili. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Mills dishes to Ginobili. Here's Simmons. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Lee kicks to Ginobili. That one wide left. Stolen away. Dedmon's shot is off. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he was very reliable, keeping the ball in his hands during the first half. He's had a bad case of the butterfingers here in the second.
The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in. 1:05 left in the third quarter. They set the pick. Simmons passes to Lee. He kicks it to Simmons. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the right side. Joseph dishes to Ross. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Sullinger, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Sullinger's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now here's Ginobili. And here's Mills from the arc. Here's Dedmon. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Dedmon's got 13.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Yeah, buckling down on defense, the key here. No more easy buckets, no more layups. Has to be the mantra as they try to mount that comeback.
Joseph with the ball. Kicks to Sullinger. Takes the 13-footer. Off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Spurs lead by 10. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Get the pass, attack. Pass, attack. But down there, we got to get stopped.
Dwayne Casey focusing on ball movement and finishing strong, but also getting it done on D.
Yeah, getting stops and then taking care of the boards. It's only working if you get control of the basketball.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. On the floor for San Antonio, the defensive duo of Green and Leonard make up the perimeter. Aldridge out there with Lee, and it's Murray in at the point.
Everyone knew Leonard would be a plus rebounder and defender coming out of college, but not many people saw elite scorer and NBA Finals MVP on his resume.
Now here's Joseph. Valanciunas sets a screen for Joseph. Back to Valanciunas. And he comes up with the deuce.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
Murray kicks to Green. And here is Murray. Aldridge a screen. Shot clock at 6. Murray the pass to Aldridge. Murray dishes to Aldridge. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Carroll kicks to Joseph. Passes to Powell. This one for 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Ledee just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Spurs leading by 7. Outside, Green. Screen by Lee. Leonard against Valanciunas. Right side, Leonard. Gets a hand on it, and Leonard stays with it. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Off the ball, Kawhi Leonard is so dangerous. Fail to block him out, and he's going to get inside for something good.
Powell dishes to Joseph. Patterson, the screen. Joseph with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now, here's Green. Down low. And there's Murray on the assist by Green.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Joseph.
Hey, watch him.
Back to Valanciunas. Can't connect from short range. Spurs leading by 8. Murray kicks to Green. Rebound by the Raptors. Valanciunas has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Joseph. To the paint. Lee with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Leonard. Here's Aldridge. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And some changes here for the Raptors. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Patterson. And it's Lowry in for Corey Joseph. The free throw drops for Aldridge.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line.
Timeout.
Toronto calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Murray the pass to Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's been precise on offense. I don't think he's made one mistake on that end of the floor so far.
Now Powell. He feeds it to DeRozan. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Leonard dishes to Murray. Screen by Lee. Murray kicks to Lee. Shot clock at 5, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Raptors trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Screened by Valanciunas. There's the pick. He dishes it to Powell. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Powell's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Toronto.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Aldridge kicks to Murray. Inside. Lee passes to Aldridge. It's good.
Well, he is a huge reason why they have this lead.
Shooting one.
The Raptors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Screened by Valanciunas. There's a screen. Lowry from outside, and that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Here's Valanciunas. Just 5 on the clock. Over Murray. And there's Valanciunas on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Murray. Aldridge with a screen on Lowry. From deep, Green. And it's Lowry with the rebound. Raptors trail by 11. Powell dishes to Lowry. The pass to DeRozan. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. DeRozan's got 27 points. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Aldridge left side. That's it, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Right side Lowry feeds to Powell. Dishes it to Valanciunas. Valanciunas with a screen on Leonard. DeRozan's shot is off.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Lee with the block. Murray with it. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And here's Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Jumper off the screen. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Spurs leading by 11. Outside, Green. Lee kicks to Mills. Leonard on the wing. Fires the 3. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Powell. And again, Toronto no luck. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Carroll against Aldridge. Green inside the 3-point line. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And this is where Aldridge's offensive prowess helps out his teammates. The D plays him to shoot. He finds the open man and finds the easy opportunity.
Now here's DeRozan. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
Feels like he's compounding mistakes too, because every miss makes him want to force something else. Not the best idea.
Another miss by Leonard.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Valanciunas, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And the former 5th overall pick back in the 2011 draft, Valanciunas is still only scratching, people feel, the surface of his true potential.
And he's had a few bouts with the injury bug, Kevin, but when he's right, he's a load. Struggles defending on the perimeter, but his rebounding and rim protection have gotten more nasty as he's matured.
Now here's Mills. The dish to Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Valanciunas.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
The high post shot. Here's Mills, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Free throw good, Mills.
Really a great free throw shooter. It's unfortunate Mills gets to the line infrequently, partly because of the minutes.
And the Raptors call time here.
Start it.
Lowry up top, covered by Mills. There's the pick. Lowry passes to DeRozan. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
The pick definitely could have been better, didn't fully commit to it, but it was still just enough to get his teammate enough room to knock down the shot.
Aldridge left side. The shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. DeRozan with it. Leonard picks him up. The feed now to Powell. Outside Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. Nice D from Aldridge. Spurs leading by 9. 1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And there's that suddenness. Leonard in traffic, inside, still able to explode up and convert.
DeRozan on the wing. He kicks to Valanciunas. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. DeRozan's shot is off. San Antonio's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Aldridge gets stolen by Lowry. Kicks it to Powell. Takes it from 10. Drained for 2 points.
You're not going to see him miss too many from there. Just a handful to defend.
And San Antonio shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Outside, Green. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Up top, Leonard. Right side, Lee. It's stolen by Valanciunas.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. Valanciunas hits them both. Now here's Mills. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Passes it to Leonard. From 13. Tries again. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Spurs lead by 9.
High percentage look for Kawhi there. He's developed such good touch inside. That one's automatic.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Sullinger's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for DeMar Carroll. Ross is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Lee. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Simmons checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Green. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Joseph. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Toronto calls timeout. Timeout. They trail by 9. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Still got to finish strong, though. Play with a bit of pride.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And again, Toronto no luck. And so it's San Antonio with it. At one point, they led by 16. Now Ginobili. And so it's San Antonio with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Marcus, we saw you take that hit and get the and one going to the foul line. Was that something that was organic, or was that something that Coach said he wanted to see from you?
Yeah, I think, I definitely worked on it. I think I'm definitely, have, more confidence in it now, so, I'll do it more.
Well, congratulations, LaMarcus, on the terrific night. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Kevin, thank you. Superb. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge. What can you say? Double-double on a big night. Of course, any victory is big, but he really seemed to put a little extra effort into this one.
LaMarcus Aldridge was a beast tonight. I don't care if he's on the low block or the high block, on the elbow, shooting threes. He has a versatility to his game that most power forwards don't.
I'll tell you what, he was not one of the guys the fans thought they would beat them, but that's exactly what happened. He went out there and played the best game of his life, and it's the number one reason they're walking out of that building with a win.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. The long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
yes. I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.